That means you only have 5 seconds to wrap up your answer.
So pinapaalam talaga na ito na, tapusin mo na ang sagot mo. Okay.
And with that,
we shall start the question and answer portion with Binibining Concepcion. How are you, Binibining Concepcion?
I'm actually sick at the moment, but I'm trying to power through our adventure.
Well, you've got this. Hindi naman halata na may sakit ka ngayon, but you're gonna work through this. All right, so now it's time to choose your judge.
the judge that you selected is Miss Bea Araneta.
Hello, good evening, contestant number 9, Miss Concepcion.
Good evening, Ma'am Bea.
Okay, your question for tonight is, are you in favor of prohibiting the use of cell phone by the students in school? Why or why not?
I believe that we live in a very advanced technology and advanced age. Our mobile phones are very efficient nowadays. Therefore, I actually do not agree to prohibit them. But during class, we encourage our students to take their phones away and listen to our professors. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Binibining Concepcion. Next up is Binibining Santa Ignacia. How are
Hello,
you?
good evening.
I'm really overwhelmed to be here again. I believe, to be honest.
Wow, sweet naman.
But you're gonna do a great job. Please pick your judge. You picked Miss Lylin Zhu.
Maya Pabeni, Binibining Santa Ignacia. Here's your question. 20 years from now, what do you think is the best thing that will represent your generation and why?
I think the best representation of our generation is to be brave and not to surpass any pressure that is coming from the society. We are braver, we are something that we can encourage people to do and and to be the best version of themselves. Because joining Binibining Kanlahi, just like me, I want to empower women, and by doing that, I want to touch the minds of the people, and I want to be an ambassadress of goodwill in our province. And by doing that, 20 years from now, I know that it will give an impact to our society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Binibining Santa Ignacia.
Up next, we have Tarlac City.
Alright. Ang hometown mo, nandito tayo ngayon. Baka gusto mo bumati sa mga kababayan mo.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for supporting me.
Alright. Tarlac City, please.
And with that, you may pick your judge. You picked Mr. Daniel Lauchenko.
Hello, good evening, Miss Tarlac. So here's your question. If you had a choice of creating 1,000 permanent jobs or feeding 1,000 starving children every day, which would you choose and why?
Walking around the streets in Tarlac, I always see those street children passing by, begging for individuals passing by just to survive. It always breaks my heart seeing them watching other children go to school with their supportive parents. It was a heartbreaking moment where I feel like they probably deserve to have a feeding program and proper funding and budget for their education. We Filipinos, we tend to believe that kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. So if we just focus on our children, then we can probably make a notable difference, not just in our community, but also in the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tarlac City. Now let's hear for Binibining Bamban.
Good evening. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm actually feeling very nervous, but I'm also very excited to represent my municipality, which is Bamban. Thank you so much.
Alright, and with that, you may pick your judge. You pick Miss Gabrielle Basiano.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, candidate number 12. So your question is, which profession deserved the highest salary and why?
Can you please repeat the question?
Alright. Which profession deserved the highest salary and why?
As a nursing student, I want to be the healthcare profession to have the most salary in the Philippines because not only they have the responsibility to save the lives of others, but they also have the courage of fighting for others people's lives. And I realized that life is a collection of setbacks and obstacles, overcoming adversities and taking life lessons. One by one, we collect this experience to fuel our burning passion to triumph in our journey. And tonight, I would like to become a representation of every 𝗕𝗏𝗀 that shines bright, regardless of situation and challenges, and brave enough to conquer any trials. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Binibining Bamban.
Up next, we have San Jose.
Hello, Binibining San Jose. Kamusta?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Tarlac.
All right, such confidence. Please choose your judge.
Your judge is Miss Amanda Gay Escanlar.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss San Jose. Here's your question. There have been recent deaths of youths that were bullied online. If the victim committed suicide, should the bully be prosecuted?
Can you please repeat the question, ma'am?
There have been recent deaths of youth that were bullied online. If the victim committed suicide, should the bully be prosecuted?
I believe that we are all not perfect. We commit mistakes, and I don't want the bully to be prosecuted. They should have the dapat po nilang makuha ang deserve nilang naniniwala po ako na lahat tayo ay nagkakamali at hindi po ito rason upang tayo ay i-prosecute or patayin, kundi dapat ito maging lesson sa ating lahat upang maging better person at yun lamang po. Maraming salamat.
Alright, maraming salamat. Binibining San Jose. Now we move on to Binibining Moncada. Kamusta ka ngayong gabi?
Yes naman po.
Alright, so now please choose your judge.
Your judge is Attorney Raul canon.
Good evening, Ms. Mancala.
Good evening po.
Cyberbullying is one of the greatest problems in the world today. How would you propose to solve this?
I propose to solve this by educating people how to use technology properly. Of course, technology has the power to change your perspective in a way that educating people how to use properly the technology, we will be able to prevent cyberbullying, and we will be prevent also some complications such as suicidal thoughts of the victim. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Binibining Concepcion.
Up next, we have Binibining Victoria. Good evening. How are you feeling tonight?
Very well. I feel so loved and supported by the Victorians.
They love and support you as well. And with that, please pick your judge. Your judge is Mr. 𝗕𝗵𝗀𝘀𝗀.
𝗕𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗃𝗹, Province of 𝗕𝗏𝗀. 𝗕𝗶𝗶𝗃𝗃, Binibining Victoria. Here's your question. If your younger brother or sister came to you and asked you to buy them condoms, would you? Why or why not? I'll repeat your question. If your younger brother or sister came to you and asked you to buy them condoms, would you? Why or why not?
If my sibling asked me to buy a condom for his or for her, I would definitely buy her or buy him. Because we now live in the society where we are in an era where it is we are being dominated by technologies. And children should be educated, should be sexually aware, should be sexually educated, because it is for them to be responsible, and it is for them not to commit any mistake that they will regret in the end. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Binibining Victoria. Now we move on to Binibining Paniki. Hello, Binibining Paniki. Oh, what is this in your hand? Rosary po. So, oh wow, this is my first time seeing a contestant have a rosary. It's amazing that you have this guidance and protection with you, Elaise.
That's my lucky charm.
I see. All right. Well, now it's time to choose your judge for tonight.
Your judge is Dr. Richard G. Danos.
Good evening, Ms. Paniki.
Magandang gabi po.
Magandang gabi. Here's your question. What do you think should we be teaching the next generation about protecting our planet? I repeat, what do you think should we be teaching the next generation about protecting our planet?
You know what? Our planet has created a pollution wherein people from all walks of life, tinatapon na lang po nila sa kung saan yung mga waste nila, which is nakakagawa po ng nakaka-pollute even in the air, water, and I believe if I can teach the next generation to have a proper waste generation, then the planet Earth will be a better place to live. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Binibining Paniki.
Up next, we have Binibining Anao.
Hello, Binibining Anao. you?
It's actually my second time around, so I'm a bit nervous, but feeling motivated and almost fulfilled.
Well, hindi ka na pala babaguhan sa stage. Please choose your judge.
Your judge is Miss Valerie Amber.
First off, I want to greet everyone. Happy International Women's. To all the women out here tonight. Everyone is a queen. I praise you. I salute you all. So my question for tonight is, many mainstream artists today are conveying negative messages through their lyrics. Do you believe they should be played on the radio or music platforms? Why or why not? Would you like me to repeat the question? So many mainstream artists today are conveying negative messages through their lyrics. Do you believe these should be played on the radio or music platforms? Why or why not?
As a Binibini, joining Binibining Kanlahi, which empowers women, which purpose is to show the people that we are empowered and we can still be respected even though we wear swimwear, which some of the people find unnecessary. I think this songs should be prohibited, at least to younger generations, because I think younger generations still do not have enough understanding of things like this. And I think that they should not be encouraged to understand certain words such as this, but because in our age, in my generation, I think it's also, there's a part of me who is okay with it. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Binibining Anaw.
And to round out our top 10 Q&A, we'd like to call on Binibining Kapas.
All right, last but not the very least, how are you feeling?
I'm very thrilled being called the last part of the top 10, but I'm very grateful for all of my supporters, especially my family over there, and to all Capaseños watching tonight. I hope you're proud of me.
I'm sure they're proud of you, but with that, please pick the last judge in the box. And your judge is Mr. Kurt Bonda.
Hi Jen, are you ready for your last question?
I'm very ready.
Very good. If you had a terminally ill relative who asked you to help him or her die, what would you do? Once again, if you had a terminally ill relative who asked you to help him or her die, what would you do?
If I have a terminally ill relative, I would not help him or her die. Because at the end of the day, God has given us this life and we should treasure it. I know for a fact that I love that relative, but I would still not pursue that wish she was asking me. Because love or God has created all equal, and I think we should respect one another and we should not kill. It's one of the commandments of the Lord, and I believe that we shouldn't bypass that. For at the end of the day, life is very important. We only live once. We have to treasure it, love our loved ones while they're still there, because we only live once. Thank you.